Hello, everyone. Boy, 5 minutes. I usually open with 5 minutes of jokes, so I'm going to forego that. Just a show of hands, how many folks from out of town? I'm kidding. There's no time. There's no time. All right. I'm going to talk about what we did, which is called the JSTOR Thesaurus. How did we do it? Why did we do it? And the expected results. So very quickly, I'm from ITHAKA, which includes JSTOR, Portico, our preservation service, and ITHAKA S&R, our strategy and research group. This talk is specifically about JSTOR, which is an archive, a growing archive of more than 60 million journal pages and about 40,000 plus books. So I believed, and we believe, in the power of semantic indexing. Serious show of hands, how many folks are comfortable with the idea of semantic indexing? Jake, put your hand up. All right. Very quickly, semantic indexing is very popular in STM publishing, where your tax dollars have given folks a big head start with a lot of taxonomies and thesauri and dictionaries that everybody agrees that that's the right word to describe this concept. In social sciences and humanities, not so much. So we struggled with what to do with that, and we decided, and this project that I'm talking about is a way of solving that problem. So we believed in the power of this stuff, but we didn't know how to get started. We basically built our own. And the ability to link different types of content, journal articles with a book chapter, with a primary source piece of content was the big driver here. And also on top of that, the ability to send richer metadata to web-scale discovery services, things that point back to JSTOR. We wanted to give them more intelligence, basically. So because nothing existed that we could pull off the shelf, we ended up deciding to build our own. We looked at software solutions out there, and there are some really good software solutions. They kind of depend on you having an existing taxonomy, something that you can use, a bunch of words that describe your content. And while there were some in the social sciences, there wasn't one that really fit our content set exactly. So we ended up working with a company called Access Innovations and using their software called Maestro. Maestro is a long word. The MAI stands for Machine Aided Indexing. And it's basically a way of saying, here are a bunch of words that describe my content. You run it, and it creates powerful meanings and points into your data. And if you don't like it, you change it and you do it again. Very nice way of approaching it. So we had to license. We begged, borrowed, and stole about 17 different vocabularies, taxonomies, thesauri, whatever word you want to use, and cobbled them all together, the Thesaurus Rex, and described. There are about 20 top-level disciplines in JSTOR, from history to philosophy to religion to business. And so we licensed all these taxonomies and cobbled them together. I say we, Access Innovations, really did all the work. And what that means is they merged a lot of the lists, they removed duplicates, they made equivalencies. There are things in history that point to things in religion that are kind of related, and there's ways of doing that in the software. So what we ended up with is a list of words. It's about 57,000 preferred terms, top-level terms that describe stuff in JSTOR. And then there's a lot of stuff underneath that. A very powerful and hopefully cool tool to be used to help people find information in JSTOR much easier. We have a JSTOR Labs group that is, as the name implies, sort of out front experimenting and trying things and failing fast. They are the first folks to use the power of the JSTOR Thesaurus. They have developed a couple of nice projects that really showcase the power of this, and a couple of screenshots just to show you what they can do. If you're an STM publisher, you're probably looking at this going, wow, I've seen that. You almost take this stuff for granted. In the humanities and social sciences, this is relatively new-ish. So the ability to have a drop-down term. Now, all those drop-down terms are concepts that exist in JSTOR and have a bunch of articles or book chapters that are already linked to that particular concept. A pretty new thing. Those concepts then become sort of keywords at the bottom of an article, and you can go from an article on water filtration to all the book chapters and articles and primary source materials we have on those same concepts. A very powerful thing. And then there's not time enough to demo, but there are other examples of things the labs folks have done that showcase the power of the source. Classroom readings is a way of grouping subjects, make the teacher's job a lot easier. Here's a bunch of articles that are all about the Battle of Chickamauga, and it doesn't matter whether it's a journal article or a book chapter. JSTOR Snap is a way of taking a picture of a piece of content with your phone, It sends up the picture, we OCR the text, it searches it for concepts, pulls it out, and allows you to get all the results in JSTOR. Am I at time? All right, that is it. Thank you very much. 5 minutes.